So this is my our first chapter, multidisciplinary nature of environmental studies. So what do you mean by multidiscipline? Uh, wait for a few moments. Let me check. Yes. What do you mean by multidisciplinary nature of? Or sorry. What do you mean by multidiscipline? That means this is made of two terms. Multi means many and disciplines means branches. So environmental studies exhibits multidiscipline. So we can say it is not a single subject. To know environment, we have not to focus on only in a particular domain, on particular discipline. We have to know we have to know all the major disciplines of science and social science. So, why and how? Means in this slide we will discuss why and how environmental studies is important for us. In first point we have written, it deals with every issue that affects living organism. That means obviously we are surrounded by environment. Whatever activity we are doing, it affects environment. It may be in positive manner or it may be in negative manners, but it's affect environment. And second point we have written, it is a science that seeks the practical answer to the question of sustainability of a human civilization. So this is very important point. How environmental study is important. So, if we will talk about what is sustainable development. So if you look at all the global platform, it may be G20, it may be G8. The most coined term is sustainable development and climate change. So environmental studies basically why we are reading environmental studies here, we are giving emphasizes to environmental study. The basic things behind it, we are seeking for sustainable development. And how sustainable development important? How sustainable development important? So we will discuss later. Before discussing it, I want to describe the meaning of the word sustainable development. As I have said, the one of the more coined term at global platform, that is your sustainable development, climate change, global warming. So all these issues are related to the environment. So sustainable development is a development in such a manner. We should develop in such a manner so the right of future generations should not be hampered. That means if on the earth there are lots of natural resources available in nowadays, but on those resources, not we are the only users. Next generation also will use those resources. So it is our conscious responsibility to preserve, and or in easy manner we can say leave these resources in such a way or in such a manner that they can also use it. Okay. So this is about sustainable development. So this is about the why we environmental studies is important, or why we are studying environmental studies. So its components include all the branches of the science such as biology, geology, sociology, health, anthropology, economics, computer, and philosophy. That means these are the, if we will say the biology, geology, sociology, all are the components, all are the part or branches of environmental studies. How these are the branches or components, we will discuss in next slides. Okay, the scope of environmental study. In first point, what we have written, environmental studies is not single subject. It is an integration of several subjects that include both science and social studies. So, yes, we will elaborate it. So, understand all the different aspects of environment. We need to understand biology, chemistry, physics, geography, resource management, economics, population issues, philosophy, anthropology, and many more disciplines and subjects. Let us take an example. How environmental studies is related to geography? Yes. So, if we have to know about degradation and all the issues related soil and there are lots of things we have to study about what are the harmful effect of our glaciers and mountains, and so these are the parts of the geography. Sure. And most important thing, for preserve and protect environment, we must have a philosophy in our life. Okay. So it is also, so to know the environment, we must have a philosophy. So one branch of the environmental studies is also philosophy. So, if you relate, then each and every disciplines of science and social science is directly and indirectly related to environmental studies and contribute to know more about environment. Yes, biology. There are the several environmental issues that is related to environment. They are directly linked to biology also. Species extinction is one of them. Uh, The next point, it shows the scope of environmental studies is extremely wide and covers some aspects of nearly every major discipline. Yes, we are not talking. It covers all the aspects of the every subject, but it's cover nearly all the disciplines and some parts and some extent. Okay. So next point, everything around us forms our environment in day-to-day life activity. We depends on it. We cannot continue to live without protecting Earth environment. This is also very important point. So obviously everything around us form our environment, and we are using it in our day-to-day life activity. So it is our sole responsibility to how to preserve and protect it. We are using it. So who will protect it? It is responsibility of each and every individual. It is not only the responsibility of to preserve, protect, or think about environment. It is not the only responsibility of government and any NGOs and social bodies. Environment is degraded by each and every individual. So, and also the resources are utilized by each and every individual. So we must contribute. So that means each and every individual must contribute to protect and preserve our Earth environment. Yes. How important? Yeah, or we can say what is the importance of environmental studies? Yes, in first one we have written, we leave the world where natural resources such as land, forest, water, minerals, grassland, wetland, desert, any resources are limited. We cannot continue overutilize these resources beyond Earth's assimilative capacity. That means we cannot use those resources. That means the word use assimilative capacity similar to the tolerance capacity. So we cannot utilize those resources in beyond a certain limit. Uh, that means it can be used only up to a limit. Up to a limit. So, in next one, thus the sustainable use of resources is most important because we have limited resources. We have to also fulfill our economic and day-to-day activity need, and we have also leave those resources for the future generation. So we have to make the balance between both the factors. Okay, so importance of so we can analyze the importance of environmental studies by evolve issues. Okay. Yes. Next topic is need for public awareness. Yes, this is also important. As the Earth's natural resources are rapidly dwindling and our environment is being degraded by human activities, it is even evident that some things need to be done. Uh, why public awareness is necessary? So, first point, what we have written, Earth resources are rapidly dwindling, and and also environment is degraded by our day-to-day life activities. So it is urgent need, or we can say it is need of our. We must think about the environmental issues, or something need to be done as urgent basis. Earlier, I have discussed this point. It is not only the job of the government think about all these issues. It is responsibility of each and every individual. Yes, and public awareness is the best way to mitigate the effect of environmental issues. How it is best way? Because it is contributed by the large mass. So every mass will be put a bit of contribution. It will be make a huge change in our environment. Okay. So what are the activities we can do for the aware the public? First thing, what we can do, organizing some cultural events. And what is the meaning of this topic? What we can do? That means as a technical student, or as a literate people, what we can do to aware the people. In first point, what there is written, organizing some cultural event or on some specific days related to environment, like plays, nukkad, etc. to aware the people. It may be organized at some rural areas and slum area to aware the people and teach them regarding importance of environmental issues, how it is important. Okay. Yes, we can also take the help of mass media such as radio, television, newspaper to strongly influence the public opinion. Yeah, yes, you can. You also have seen lots of advertisement in paper. Maybe seen lots of advertisement in newspapers, televisions regarding environment are coming. Yes. Oh. And other points. In third point, we can join several NGO. This is working towards the environmental protection in our country. Yes, it is also a way to aware a people. Basically, what NGOs do? NGO does. It's goes several places and aware the people regarding environmental issues. Yes. And fourth point is that, for my point of view, this is most important. Practice and promote good civic sense and hygiene. It it may be practiced and also promoted by each and every responsible citizen, and such as enforcing and splitting of tobacco, chewing, no throwing of garbage on road, no smoking in public. Join local movement that support the activity like saving tree, recycle waste, or environmentally products. So we can also do it. We can join the local movement and aware the people regarding the saving of tree, how the waste can be recycled, and how they must buy environment friendly products. They should not use plastics. If they are using, they should dump it at proper place. So these are the things we can do to aware the public. Okay, so this is regarding today's class. Next class we will discuss other topics like importance of environmental literate institutions and other well-known thinkers of environment. So thank you all.